Well, update on the Indian corn on this field, looking pretty good. I don't see a lot of weeds here, and I see nice corn, maybe 3 leaves, and boy, looking pretty nice. And I don't see, boy, look at some nice, and you can see nice even rows. So they're pretty straight, and the nice thing is it's a clean field. I don't see weeds, which is great. But it was no grass or nothing in here. That's where I cleared all that brush over there out of here last year to get this ready. So even if I just get this field, I'll have enough Indian corn to sell. But now here is a different story. Since I had extra seeds left, I came back to this field that didn't do good last year. Now, this corn here isn't looking too bad, but here's where I see all the grass coming up. So the trick is to get the corn higher than the weeds. If the weeds take over, which has happened, no corn. So I did buy a spray that is a post spray that I can put in now. I still see fertilizer that didn't get put into the soil, but see all that grass. So I'm going to try this spray that I bought. This isn't Roundup Ready corn, but you can use a spray that is not Roundup Ready. So I'm going to wait a little bit, but even if this cornfield doesn't do too good, I've got the other one which looks really good. So this grass here, now what I might try to do, worst comes to worst, if the spray don't work, I could take and put a weed whacker through here. But right now, it's at a point where the weeds are coming up and the grasses, but the corn isn't high enough to do anything yet. So I have to wait a while, and then I'm going to try spraying. I need the corn to get up about 6 inches before I could try to spray, but there's a lot of grass and weeds in here, so we'll wait and see. That field over there looks great, and if I lose this field, I'm still okay. But I think between spraying and I could bring the weed whacker in here. It would be a lot of work, but I could go up and down these rows with the weed whacker. It's on wheels to cut that back. The trick is let the corn get ahead of the weeds. If the weeds get ahead of the corn, you're dead, which has been happening. So I'm going to really watch this closely, see what happens, and watch that. But the other field, wow, that's looking nice. Okay, this is the cornfield with the field corn in it, and like the other, it's starting to get grass, getting green. The corn is looking good, planted nice, pretty consistent here. You can see the rows kind of through here look pretty good. Starting to get up there. Actually, it's a little bit higher than the Indian corn, but I got the grass. And what had happened, I lost this field last year and just tilled it in, but that means it went to seed before I did so, and that's why this grass is coming up. I put the pre-emergent down, didn't seem to help. There's a lot of grass there. So I'm going to try to spray this field, see what happens, and if not, well, I'm hoping the spray will work. I got to wait for this corn to get up a little bit higher, but if it don't work, I'm going to get in here with the weed whacker, and it's going to be a lot of work going up and down, but I got to save this field. This is the second year this has been happening, and fertilized it heavy, but I see his corn's coming up, but I can't let the grass get ahead of the corn, which it has done in the past. So you can see here a pretty nice row of corn. So all right, we just got to wait for things to get up a little higher before it can do anything, but at least it's up and Looks like the planting was pretty consistent for the corn. It just hit the weeds. So yeah, it's a little bit higher than the Indian cornfield, the two, but so one of the three looks really good, and hopefully the spray that I bought will do the number on the grasses and weeds, and that's how you get a good clean field, hopefully. So we will see. I'm not too impressed with the field where I put the oats and the wheat yet. There, I'm seeing a lot of grass in there, and I can't do anything about that. But that's done to help build that soil up. So we'll see. But things are coming along. Well, a bit of an update on the corn. This end of the field, boy, this is looking good. I got a lot of grass in there, but I'm going to get in here. It would be too wet to get in here anyway to spray, but I'm going to spray. But I'm kind of happy the way this is looking. There's a lot of grass, but the corn is definitely doing better than the grass is. So I'll be able to get in here. Hopefully in a few days we're going to keep getting rain, and as you can see, looks like more's coming. We got 2 inches yesterday evening, so this corn's eating it up, but the weeds I was concerned would be higher than the corn, but looks like corn is higher than the grass, so I can get in there and get it sprayed. And oh, this is promising. Looks like I might be able to do something. So head back before, boy, those some dark clouds. Well, this field is fertilized with the urea. Cut down 500 pounds on this, which is an acre and a quarter. And this field is actually, there's a lot of grass, but this corn is actually looking really good in here. Hopefully the spraying will help, but maybe besides that, the shading of this once this pops up, and that's why you put down the urea to really give it a good bounce up, and needs it now. So yeah, so both fields are done now. I just gotta wait. So good day. Looks like some rain is coming in, which is what we need. Get this fertilizer working. And well, the Indian corn here is looking good. That was a clean field, didn't have weeds, but I was concerned about this side because this was loaded with weeds and grasses. And look at that, the spray worked. The corn is overtaking the grasses. It's even taking over the milkweed, which was getting pretty tall. So wow, that's really nice now. Boy, I was really worried how that was going to come out because the grasses were doing a number and they didn't look like they were dying. But I think it maybe just stifled them enough where the corn got going. Boy, oh boy, that's nice. There are some places in there where it didn't plant or didn't germinate maybe, and not seeing why, because I don't like to have openings in there. But looks like I'm gonna get some Indian corn this year, so I'll have a lot to sell. So good day. Now this field is open pollinated, just regular yellow field corn which I use for the deer and also for the chickens. And this is really doing good. The spray definitely worked here, but this is getting tall. And it shows that the weather is also important, but I'm starting to get tassels on it too. So that's really good. So that's really encouraging. So put all that time and work in there, and when things work out, boy, it sure is nice. So looks like we might have a good crop in here, a lot better than in the past where the weeds took over. So boy, that's good. That's really good. Nice looking corn. All right.